Well, with less than 2 weeks to go before I head home for Christmas, I've got a couple of days with no commitments, so I've decided to go on a bit of a road trip and sort of revisiting a few places that I either went to or passed on the way sailing down to Hobart. So I'm at Orford at the moment, and the plan today is to drive up to Eddystone Point. So it's about a 4-hour drive from Hobart. Just looking along the beach at Orford, and it's actually a beautiful bay, a lovely sandy beach. So in the middle there is Maria Island, and a little bit round. It's a bit hard to see, but there are 2 points just there, 2 headlands. Triabunna is sort of about in the middle there, beyond that hill. I'm at Mayfield Beach on my way through from Triabunna. I'm looking up towards Coles Bay now, and as I come across, you see the Freycinet Peninsula, and in the gap there is Schouten Passage, and Schouten Island is just in the centre of the shot there. So as I was coming down, I'd stopped off at St Helens and came down the coast through Schouten Passage there, and once I got out to this stretch of water to the in the centre there, beyond that little headland, is when I got an absolute ear bashing with 55 knots of wind, and that was pretty much sustained for about 2 hours. I'm just passing through the little town of Cranbrook and found this little fella in a paddock. And then this little fella comes along and just went through the fence. So I've just come down to the beach off that headland there, and you're looking at where the boat ramp is. There's a little concrete wall to give it sun protection, and then some fishing boats here on moorings, and then looking across to the rest of the bay. I've just arrived at St Helens, and this is the commercial wharf area, and the area that I would have anchored in if I had have come right into St Helens would have just been just off these wharfs here. Three jetties and private facilities just in front, and then if I was anchoring out there where the deep water is, it would have been quite a road to get into town actually. So the entrance out to sea is sort of right out in the distance and sort of veering around to the left. But anyway, St Helens on a very windy day. This is my drive out to Eddystone Point. I've got about 43 k's of dirt road to do, and they're good roads. I've just arrived at the Eddystone Point Lighthouse. There's the car park just here. I've got to say, just as I came over that little hill just to the right, I got a bit of a lump in my throat. I saw this as I approached the car park, and these are the conditions that I had when I sailed past here from Flinders Island. I'm in the doorway of the lighthouse and looking south now. The wind is absolutely whistling, and while those beaches are really beautiful, you can see the strength of the wind on the waves at the white caps. You can see the orange moss on the rocks. So this whole part of the coast is called the Bay of Fires, and that is because of this orange moss. It is really quite stunning to look at. Found it! Ah, what a fine vessel Bass and Flinders had indeed. I don't know what the F stands for, but look at that. Boarding ropes for pirates, and even a slippery dip at the stern. There's me. Hi. There she is. Only kidding, folks. I quite like this. A couple of humpback whales and some fishermen type people carved from the trees that have obviously not survived here, which is a great way to sort of keep them there. And I'm guessing there's some fairly well-known people there. I'm not going to hazard a guess, but I reckon that guy on the right looks pretty Flinders-ish to me. There's one on the left is, and yeah, that guy definitely looks very Flinders-ish because he's got a cat, and Flinders had a cat by the name of Trim. So there you go. He's going to eat a fish, and let's just assume that is Mr. Bass over there. But yeah, it's a cool sculpture. I really like it. Really cool. And just beyond, if we zoom up this way a little bit, through there is basically Bass Strait. Okay, so as usual, if in doubt, read the instructions, and I've just found this plaque. It's not that far away. Anyway, there we go. Again, pause to read. The guy on the left was Lieutenant Colonel William Patterson, who arrived in the cove in 1804, and the ship, the HMS Buffalo, is featured later. That's the one I saw before. Well, I'm wrapping up my road trip from Hobart out to Eddystone Point. I'm now at Georgetown, and it's on the Tamar River, and I wanted to come here just to sort of get a good start in the morning to see a few other things, but it's been a bit of a long drive, so not a lot of accommodation anywhere else. So Georgetown was a good spot. So I was staying at the Pier Hotel, which is an old style pub there, but they've got some hotel room type things as well, which I've got. Had dinner at the Pier Hotel as well. That was okay. So doing my usual kind of walk around town. It's not going to get dark for ages, so just having a bit of a look around, but I'm actually really excited because the little Bass and Flinders Maritime Museum right next to the pub has the replica of the Norfolk Bass and Flinders vessel they use for their second trip down this way, so really excited to see that tomorrow.